Ness County. This will be to the west of Harold. Let me put a new location on that one for you here. So from Harold and US 283,
and we're back during this network commercial break to give you a brief update on the storms that we're still tracking in western Kansas.
To the west, but that one
friends,
is tracking
I just
got
to tell you that it's almost
north.
easier to tell you about the storms that are not covered by tornado.
This produced a damaging tornado. We have confirmed damage. Looks like another tornado is spinning up here. Now we're getting it out of Ford County and into southern Jetmore. This is southwest of Jetmore now that it's in Hodgman County. So we'll go from that area of circulation right there. There is Jetmore. It's 12 miles down to the southwest. And as that storm approaches you, that's the potential area that if a new tornado is going to develop, probably a tornado in progress at the current time. What have you got, Kay?
A report more on that propane tank that was on the road. It is leaking, so people should avoid it.
Exactly. Was that a home, I'm assuming a home propane tank that got
no, it was a waste station.
Oh, a waste station. Okay, yeah. I mean, as soon as Bryce said that, I'm like, no. We're not going to stay near that. Okay.
Bryce,
and
excuse me,
yeah,
Bryce
go ahead,
is
Ben.
back up now, by the way.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and take Bryce's video, the double box.
And they issued a tornado watch for
Wichita.
They issued a tornado. So the tornado watch has now been extended eastward to include Wichita at that point.
Yes.
All right, Ben, it looks like you've been getting some other social media pictures.
Yes, this is actually, I was trying to bring up that tornado watch. This
keeps rubbing on your skin.
You got to turn the light out. Is pretty much commonplace now through much of Ford County as well as points north of that. So we're getting some, boy, there you can see it's a tennis ball size hail. And boy, look at that. And in fact, we're getting some reports of this type of thing covering the ground in several locations. And there you're getting an idea, just not only baseball to, in fact, sometimes slightly larger hail, but just a lot of it. So we're trying to get that tornado watch back up on the screen also. That's going to cover parts of south central Kansas, but so far extending into the north central counties. There you saw them pop on, and in fact it's extending into northwestern Kansas as well. And of course word is we're going to be including one here in south central Kansas also. So once again, looks like this is going to continue for the next several hours across much of central and western Kansas right now. You can see all the tornado reports coming out of the southwestern portions of our state, and of course several reports of large hail also back in the far southwestern counties. So that's the kind of thing we've been dealing with, and it looks like we're going to continue to see these shots like this one. Golf ball to baseball sized hail covering the ground in several locations, and that is going to be, of course, just a little side note from the tornadoes, of course, that have been recurring. There you can see Marshall Perez says that those are baseballs you're seeing that are practically covering the ground. This shot actually coming in from about an hour ago. And let's see what else we can get on the screen for you here. These shots are coming in so fast here. Here we have tornadoes earlier this evening. These are from actually a couple of hours ago, and here's some video actually coming from Scott County. That's Diana Deniston sent us that shot. So looks like Jay has more information now.
All right, let's get you back over to KAKE's First Alert Doppler HD and kind of reset the scene of everything we have going on. That's moved out of Ford County into Hodgman County. Still getting some tornadoes there. Did we get Bryce's video back up, or is he still down right now?
Still down.
He's still down, so we're going to look at that. But that storm that produced the damaging tornadoes that moved across Ford County is now in southwestern Hodgman, southwest of Jetmore, and still the potential to produce some tornadoes there. Let's slide this down to the south here. Other tornadic circulation that was crossing out of Hodgman County into southern Ness, that one fortunately has dissipated. So let me get you into Kinsley here. This looks like the storm of the moment. Edwards County. This is crossing 183, and yeah, that's tight circulation that has wrapped up right in the vicinity of Hodges. I'll send it out on the screen more. Yeah, go ahead, Kay.
Speaking of that storm, the National Weather Service said at 7:27 a large and extremely dangerous tornado is located 7 miles west of Centerview, moving northeast at 15.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense, because I really think that that's kind of the storm of the moment now. This is another significant tornado signature that we're seeing right along US 183 in the vicinity of Hodges. Looks like it is tracking northeast enough where this may not impact Kinsley itself, but crossing US 183, and there's Centerview there that Kane was mentioning. This is a significant tornado, again, strong to violent. You know me, I don't use the word outbreak often, but this has evolved into an outbreak day across Kansas. We have several tornadoes in progress, several strong to violent tornadoes in progress. and we're not done yet. We got plenty of energy left in the atmosphere, and it won't be until we get much later on overnight tonight, well past sunset, that we start to stabilize things close to the ground where we're going to get rid of this tornado threat. So this will continue to evolve. So right around Hodges, again, Lewis, Belpre, Felsberg, you need to be thinking about what am I going to do if this heads towards you, because the circulation's in Hodges right now with that tornado. Kinsley, I'm feeling pretty good that this isn't going to yank left, but the current motion of it has been a little more northeast, but as they've been weakening, they do turn more to the north, so don't let your guard down yet with this storm. Let me back the view out and show you everything in yellow are severe thunderstorm warnings. Remember, the ticker that runs at the bottom of the screen is going to run through everything. It's going to run through the watch. It's going to run through all the warnings excuse me, that are still in progress. I'm meteorologist Jay Prater along with Ben Pringle, Kane Oster. Yeah, Kane, go ahead.
They just issued a tornado warning for Pratt and Barber counties. Tornado capable of producing a tornado 5 miles east of Lake City, moving northeast at 30.
Okay. And was that out of the Dodge office, I'm assuming?
Yeah, out of Dodge City.
Okay. All right. So I can kind of make it out in the purple haze here. Let me flip over to the Wichita radar and see if they've got a better slice on that. So let me go to the Wichita, and we'll look at the base velocity, kind of change the radar. And that's the reason why we use multiple radars. You want to shoot the storm from different angles in order to take a look at it. And I got to admit, not just seeing really strong rotation, but unfortunately our area of concern is in the purple haze here. So this tornado warning that has been issued, that's the red box. It does include Sawyer, Elm Mills, Forest City. It does not include the city of Pratt, but it's for parts of Barber and Pratt County. That is until 8 o'clock tonight. And again, this tornado warning here for Cullison and Croft Station, the Weather Service was trying to delete that, but wasn't able to, so that's going to expire on its own. That's not a valid warning at the current time. The storm of the moment is what we're watching, Edwards County. It's already, I know Kiowa County is part of that warning, but the tornado threat is all square in Edwards County. That tornado warning earlier for Seward County, parts of Haskell and Meade, they went ahead and let that one expire without incident. Let's get you back into parts of Ellis, also into Rush and Ness. Not seeing strong circulation here. Now I'm going to flip back over to the Dodge City radar. And we'll take a look at the base velocity data here. All right, gets real noisy. Can't really trust anything north of there. Not seeing any strong circulation that's yelling at me at the current time. And we even lost Bryce off the phone, didn't we? We don't have anybody on the phone now. Earlier, a tornado, significant tornado, was passing southwest of Ness City, south of Ness City, and then as it approached Bayzine, it is still rotating, but we don't see a tornadic indication right now. Boy, I tell you, that really looked like it was going to take a beat on Bayzine. Still a dangerous thunderstorm, and stay down in your shelters, but not the radar indications of a tornado on the ground at the current time, but that could spin back up. That other tornado that we were looking at that was moving out of Hodgman County into parts of southern Ness, there are a couple of different circulations that went through there. Look at this. We got one, another one following up on the backside. That has dissipated, thankfully. Now here's the thunderstorm in southwestern parts of Hodgman County. That this is the one that produced the damaging tornadoes that moved through Ford County, and that the one jumped right in front of Bryce. There we have that propane tank. This looks a little disorganized. If anything here, well southwest of Jetmore, that we will continue to watch. I'm going to get over to that Hodges storm in just a second, because I'll tell you what, now I'm going to get over there now. That radar signature is taken over. Yep, this is now the storm of the moment. Edwards County, if you're anywhere around Hodges, you need to be down in your shelter. Do we have anybody that's broken on that one?
Steve is trying to get over there right now. He was in Dodge and he's heading east. He
was in Dodge. He was heading east to intercept that. So this storm that is basically right on top of Hodges, that is a very strong circulation signature. If there's not a tornado on the ground, there's probably going to be one very soon. I know Kinsley is in this particular tornado warning, but I doubt Kinsley is going to be impacted by this particular storm. Ben, have you gotten anything new coming into you?
I have some incredible shots of hailstones here. I'm going to try to get them up for you. They've just come in for the last couple of minutes. And here's actually a video. Taz Link sent us this shot just moments ago. This actually came in about 15 minutes ago, and I'm going to try to find this hailstone that is just being pretty incredible. And it's basically, we're talking softball-sized hail in a couple of spots. And, of course, we've been dealing with large hail really much of the evening. Most of it's been around golf ball to baseball size, and, in fact, looks like it's gotten even a little bit larger than that. There we go. You have two different size hailstones. Look at the size of that one. Softball-sized hail in comparison with baseball-sized hail. This shot coming in from about 15 minutes ago. Not sure the exact time or location. Make sure you put that in the description box down here at the bottom. That'll sure help us out. But based on the radar displays and, of course, what's been going on, it looks like this shot was just from about 15 minutes ago, and no doubt from these cells that are probably just north of Dodge. But I can run through some of these. Here's more of that tornado video from Taz, and there we're getting it as well from Marshall Perez. Once again, give us the exact time and location, and it'll sure help us out. Jay?
All right, so the current time, what do we got for the current time now? We got 7:36. Here's going to be the plan. Come up at 8 o'clock. I know we got the finals for Dancing with the Stars. We're going to provide our continuous tornado coverage on most of the KAKE Land network. Now, the Salina cluster, the Wichita cluster, which feeds parts of north central and south central Kansas, at the top of the hour at 8 o'clock, we'll get those back over to Dancing with the Stars and update during the commercial breaks. But we are not going to leave the air on Channel 13, Channel 4, and also our stations centered out of Great Bend. So we're going to continue on the tornado warning coverage for that. But just a note, if you watch us on satellite, if you watch DirecTV, if you watch Dish Network, that feed is out of Wichita. It's not your local station. So if you're a cable customer across western Kansas, you're going to continue to get the coverage. If you're off-air antenna, you will continue to get the coverage. But if you're a satellite customer, you need to switch over to an off-air antenna or go to a cable source if you want that coverage. Now, during the network breaks, we'll be providing frequent updates on KAKE for Wichita. But so at the top of the hour at 8 o'clock, we're going to get Wichita until this threat starts to encroach the Channel 10 footprint. We can divide up the network, and that's the way we're going to do it. So Hodges, right now, you're still under the gun for this tornado warning in effect for Edwards County. And this has been slowly moving to the northeast. I mean, let me kind of put it over the past 30 minutes. This thing's been nearly not moving very fast. So there's where it is now. We'll go back about half hour ago when it was just starting to spin up near the county line, a little past. It's only moving about 20 miles per hour because in the past half hour, it's only moved 10 miles. So as that continues to track, again, Kinsley, I'm feeling really good that this is going to stay south of you, but over towards Lewis, Belpre, and Felsburg. So as far as the game plan, 8 o'clock, Director, Master, we all good on that? What, we're all good? Okay, excellent. So that'll be the plan. And again, we're gonna continue this level of coverage here with me being in the key and everything. We'll just do it across parts of western Kansas. All right, Ben, you got anything new? Kane, you got anything new you need to add?
No.
I would just say that we've got two chasers trying to move east to get out in front of these new storms.
All right, and now we're getting back into that tornado warning in effect for parts of Barber County and southern Pratt. Sawyer, Elm Mills, Forest City, as well does not include Medicine Lodge. And earlier, okay, you may have seen a couple of pixels of rotation here, but I'm not seeing it now. So I'm not going to pay a lot of coverage and love to this storm because I don't really see a tornado threat at the current moment. Kane, based on what you've seen from some of the reports coming in, what's the hot spot now outside of Edwards County?
That's about it so far.
Yeah, so the Edwards County storm looks like it's going to be the storm of the moment. I know we still got this severe thunderstorm that's back into Dodge. Let's reset the scene here.
They came out about 5 minutes ago and said a large and extremely dangerous tornado is located 5 miles southeast of Kinsley, moving northeast at 30.
And that's the storm that we've been tracking here.
They just updated it and said it's 4 miles southeast of Kinsley. So
yeah, Director, I'm having a little trouble here. Looks like with my magic track. You make sure I'm punched up here. All right, I'll just drive it from over here. Did you copy me upstairs? I'm having trouble with Magic Track. Let's see if we can... Okay. All right, so I'll just have to step over here and drive. All right, let's get you back into... I want to get into Hodgman County and... tell you what, this one here in northern gray, I'll put it in motion for you the past 30 minutes. It's coming over the wind farm, so the wind farm does kind of interrupt the radar a little bit. But notice how this is starting to ramp back into itself. This is between Calvesta and Cimarron. This is Finney County up here, gray. So you got Gray County, Finney County juts out here. This is Ford. That's Hodgman. If that continues to tighten up, that may be a problem area we're going to watch. Let me flip back over to the velocity mode of the radar out of Dodge. And hadn't really tightened up to a point yet where I'm super concerned, but That's going to be something we're going to have to watch right in that area here. If that wraps up, given the environment, that could produce a tornado. So we'll continue to watch that part of the storm also. I'm meteorologist Jay Prater here along with Ben Pringle. You're watching our live continuous coverage here on the KAKE television network of basically a tornado outbreak in progress. I'm going to get back into Edwards County. This is definitely the storm of the moment that is crossing east of Hodges now. There is the outbound, there's the inbound there. Have we got any other report from that storm, Kane, near 183, as that's crossing 183 and heading to the north of Centerville?
No, not on that one. We do have they issued a new tornado warning for Hodgman County.
Okay, so Hodgman County, and what was that location on that warning? Based on what?
That one is a tornado-capable storm 6 miles south of Jetmore.
6 miles south of Jetmore. Okay, we'll take a look at that one. So again, Kinsley, feeling good. This one's going to stay south of you, but anywhere from Centerville to Lewis over to Belpre as that storm moves towards you. All right, so what was that position again you gave me on that last tornado warning?
6 miles south of Jetmore, moving northeast at 20.
6 miles south of Jetmore. All right, there's Jetmore. We're going to go 6 miles to the south of Jetmore, and we'll take a look at it there. And I got to admit, not really seeing a strong circulation. Was that based on a spotter report? What was that based on?
It's off of just radar.
It's off of just radar, so I guess they're looking at this area over here. And this is the storm that had the history of producing all those tornadoes in Ford County, including the damaging tornadoes as that tracked towards the north here. So Jetmore, be prepared to go down to your shelters. Let's go back over to the reflectivity mode of the radar. We'll kind of reset the scene. And Ben, when you get a chance, looks like the full tornado watch extension and everything's on your map.
That is exactly
you want to
the
get us spun up, go for it.
Yes, we do have a tornado watch now. It extends into all of central Kansas right now, from Winfield up to Wichita, McPherson, Salina, right up the 135 corridor, including just about all of the western half of the state. So it's just an unusually large watch box here. And so it looks like we're going to be going into the next several hours, probably taking it into the late evening hours and maybe even past midnight for us here in the central portions of the state. As in fact, we're getting some tornado, actually I should say severe thunderstorm warnings now just off to the south and west of Wichita. So Kingman down to just east of Medicine Lodge, we now have new severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, and those thunderstorms are pushing northeastward, checking them closely for rotation, but so far the tornadic activity just off to the west of that.
All right, so we'll continue with our coverage here. And let's go back over to KAKE's First Alert Doppler HD. Again, the screen is just littered with severe thunderstorm watches and tornado warnings. And quite frankly, since we got the tornado threat, we're going to pay less attention to the severe thunderstorm. That threat will be 1 to 2 inch hail and some damaging wind gusts. But while we have the tornado threat, that's going to get the bulk of our attention. Some of the good news is the way this storms are clustering together from Ellis to Hayes down to Shinshin, that's probably going to start taking some of the teeth out of the rotation of these storms. We go back into the Dodge City radar, and again, we're going to use velocity here. Not really seeing any strong rotation in Ellis County with what's approaching Hayes and Ellis. We'll get down through, here we are through Rush County, Ness County. There's nothing really glaring sticking out of here. And we'll go into Jetmore. And I do know that there is a tornado warning in effect. For that, okay, you can make out maybe a little couplet there, right along 283. So that could be a tornado. Let's put a little track on that. There we are. It's 4 miles to the south of Jetmore. And here we are over the past 30 minutes. That moving to the north, that might be a tiny little couplet. So if you're in and around Jetmore, you want to take your precautions for that moving to the south. Not a bad deal at this time. All right, let me. Okay, well that's now back working again. Yeah, go ahead, Kane.
They extended the warning for Edwards, the tornado warning for Edwards County, and say a large and extremely dangerous tornado is located 4 miles northwest of Centerview, moving northeast at 25.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. And all right, in Ford County, we're looking good here. So let's get you back over to the storm of the moment in Edwards County, where again we've been tracking that, and the radar indications with this one. Oh, I got to admit, this is actually improving. This is not as bad. It could be another tornado starting to develop right along US 183 into the south here in the vicinity of Hodges. But let's go forward here. Past 30 minutes, that was a really strong rotational signature. Remember, Dodge City is located over there. So you had the wind going away, the wind going towards right there. Now, you don't have that rotational signature. If anything, this is more of a convergent signature, and there would be maybe some anticyclonic rotation or kind of spinning the wrong way, if you will, here. So this is good news. I think the tornado threat for this Hodges to Centerview storm may be in the process of spinning down. Stay down in your shelters now, But if this trend continues, this is some good news here. We'll see if this starts to improve. But right now, it went from a kind of really strong rotational signature to now that's more of a convergent signature along the leading edge of the thunderstorm. We flip back over to the reflectivity mode, and we'll take a look at it from that vantage point and see what we got going on. Again, as that moved up from, we're going to get the latest sweep here, a lot of heavy rain. And again, yep, that's exactly what's happening. You have that tornado, significant tornado coming near Hodges. Notice how a new thunderstorm is approached from the south. The interaction of that storm to the south probably pretty much cut the legs out from under that one. So I really think that is disrupting that big tornado threat. You got a lot of heavy rain now. Now that little area of circulation I saw just to the south of 183, if that persists, that might be a new area that spins up that would be southwest of Centerview. So stay down in your shelters at this point in time, and just to see how that is going to play out. Ben, you got anything new? Kane, you got anything new?
Continue to get these hailstones that are just amazing. I got to say, the size of the hailstones are incredible. I'm getting them up on the screen now. They're coming in pretty quickly here. So let me get one of the most impressive ones. And there we have what's in fact a handful of, there's a handful of what's approaching baseball-sized hail. And we're getting baseball to softball-sized hail from several locations, so obviously the updrafts are incredible. The torrential rainfall, that sort of thing. So the tornado watch, by the way, in effect for south central Kansas, that's until 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're probably still going to have that tornado threat even here in the south central portion of the state, which of course does include the Wichita metro area into the late night hours. And no doubt we'll probably have a threat of this sort of thing as well as those thunderstorms approach.
All right, let's get back over to KAKE's First Alert Doppler HD. I'm curious, we got any updates from any video from a Chasers, Bryce, Cody? We got
I was about to say,
up?
currently they're all trying to reposition to the east.
Okay, do we have video though?
Yeah, we have video.
Okay, all right, and where are they located currently?
We've got Cody. He's trying to punch through the core of the storm. He's going from between Jetmore. He's coming from Jetmore towards Roselle.
Okay. And where's Bryce?
Bryce is dropping south to head back east.
All right, he's going to try to pick up this Edwards County. Is that his plan?
That's all he said so far.
Okay, so yeah, we get a chance to find out what their intercept plans are for these other storms, and let's pass them along. All right, got the view back down here. Here we go over the past 30 minutes, watching the thunderstorms pop. The new thunderstorms that are going up here in Meade County, Seward, and back into Gray, I'm going to watch those. We'll see if we got enough juice left here in the atmosphere to pop those open into big storms again, or whether or not that's going to settle down. Notice the big outflow boundary already starting to spread back in Garden City over towards Hugoton. So we're really putting a big cold pool of air at the surface across southwest Kansas. And the good news for that is even if these thunderstorms grow up, maybe we put down enough of a cold pool, will prevent new tornadoes from developing and get down close to the ground. So feeling really good back here. I know you're still under the tornado watch, but you know, I'm encouraged by what I see. Still plenty of juice in the atmosphere, including Wichita, Hutch, and Salina. And so we're going to watch this as it continues transitioning to the east. But we want these to cluster up and basically congeal into a massive storms. I mean, we'll be dealing with heavy rain, some hail, and some wind, but at least at that point, we'll knock the significant tornado threat way, 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 way down. We haven't done that yet. We still have several tornado warnings in progress. Let's run them all down for you in a row here. Yeah, okay. Well, apparently, all right. Yeah, Magic Track goes in and out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All right, so let me go back in here. And there we go. So now it's working again. So we've got tornado warnings for parts of Ellis County. We go back into the first red box here. So that is until 8 o'clock for parts of Ellis, Ness, Rush, and Trego County. Then you get that southern tornado warning. There's a lot going here, all these red polygons until 8 o'clock for parts of Ellis and Rush County. The other tornado warning, this is for Hodgman County. That is going to go until 8:15. There's the tornado warning for Edwards until 8:15. And the tornado warning in effect for parts of Barber and Pratt until 8 o'clock that we really saw sustained circulation on. Now, we do have other severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for parts of for Kingman County. So let's go back into the Edwards County storm first, that tornado warning, and let's put it in motion for you. Here we go, past 30 minutes. Again, had a significant tornado in progress near Hodges. As that started to get east of Hodges, other thunderstorm comes up from the south and really disrupts that flow. Really takes the bite out of it. I'm going to look there to see if maybe we've got some new circulation spinning up. Obviously, these are very electrical storms, too. So let's flip over towards Dodge City. We'll go to the base velocity, and there you go. That's not real strong circulation. Is it a rotating thunderstorm? Yes.